Here's to a victory, so fight, 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 fight!
25 years ago saw a Ball State basketball boomtown. Rick Majerus guided a trip to the round of 32 in 1989.
For Ball State, they're located about an hour from here, an hour north, in Muncie, Indiana.
And then there was 1990.
It is up and it is good! The Cardinals win! Bye-bye, Beavers! The Cardinals win!
We were playing in what is now called Irving Gym, which seats about 6,500. And we were filling it, and people were saying, you know, we need someplace bigger to, to show off our excellent basketball program.
That excitement, the 29-3 season, the victory over Pitt, kind of put Ball State basketball on a level that people started really thinking, we need a better home.
That storm seen coming. In 1988, the university launched the Wings for the Future Capital Campaign, a $40 million goal for multiple projects, including a new arena.
We needed additional facilities for a human performance laboratory, for the wellness program, for men's and women's physical education, as well as men's and women's athletics. In addition, we needed an assembly facility.
And come the turn of the decade, shovels hit the ground.
Just watching it grow and build, and it's so massive in its structure on the outside.
As the walls were going up, it seemed like it just got bigger and bigger and bigger.
They had me tying rod for, I guess, to put cement, pour cement in or whatnot. That wasn't for me. Construction work wasn't for me. I know the guys that was really running the construction job was just like, he won't last, and they was true. I wasn't gonna last.
You think about the neighboring schools, all those schools that had those massive buildings, and we're thinking, we're gonna be finally a part of that type of atmosphere.
Larger than anything on campus, and with all of the extra seats that they were going to have and what that would mean, that it would mean more victories because we'd be getting even better players.
As the anticipation built, the steel rose and the concrete poured, everything considered in what was truly an innovative building, including things you might even take for granted now.
The arena was so nice because the training room and everything was right there. We used to have to go across campus to get our stuff from the old ball gym. Training room. I got a lot of parking tickets for running in, putting on my flashers, running back out.
In a locker room with your own lock on it and everything, yeah. That was NBA style. I mean, the way that the arena was is just like being in the NBA.
Try to get a different shape to it, stay away from the round type circle, first octagon that we had going on. Again, give it more presence, more Division I feel to it, so that's the volume that we wanted to have. We wanted to have that first experience when you walked through and you came out off the concourse into the seatingville area, that you'd have that volume, that space. So again, give you that iconic building, give that feel and that presence.
The opening date set for January 15th, rival Miami in town, with last-minute work a flurry. As a matter of fact, the gym wasn't even near complete in that iconic poster promoting its opening.
Set the shot up, had to work with the lighting so that we could black out all the background. Back in the back on the seating in the background. They were still installing seats. It just unfinished. Nothing was painted. The gym was still, half unfinished.
But by opening night.
In Muncie, Indiana, on the Ball State campus, I'm Maury Mannies along with Jeff Weller. Welcome to the Ball State Cardinals tonight.
Intensity was through the roof because new gym, rivalry, everybody wants to do well.
Programs. It was festive, I guess, if you can call a basketball game festive.
The media, surrounding the court, that I remember that pretty clearly.
A lot of excitement and noise.
It was a kind of a red letter day in the university's development.
It was the culmination of all the things that Cardinal fans wanted.
Just one of the greatest things in my life. When we came out to perform.
11,500 fans witnessed the arena's debut.
I remember missing the first shot of the gym because my goal was I wanted to make the first shot.
It's cool to be the first guy to take that shot in the new gym and to, be a part of history that way.
And so the Cardinals come back from 8 down to win.
It was a close game. It was an exciting game. It was a perfect script.
Just what a good college basketball game is supposed to be.
What a college venue was supposed to be, is supposed to be.
We would go to other schools in the MAC, and there was nothing even close.
It was the best, and maybe still is the best in the Mid-America Conference.
There's a huge wow factor, I think, when you walk in.
It was just like being in an NBA arena.
When it's a rambunctious crowd, It's a nice, nostalgic place to play.
For the last 25 years, in men's basketball, it's where the likes of Bonzi Wells once owned the court. With his buzzer-beating winner over Kent State, his arena record 41 points over Eastern Michigan, and epic battles with Earl Boykins.
I was talking to Coach McCallum before the game, and he said, yeah, we've got something for Earl. We're going to put Bonzi on it tonight. And it turned into a shootout. I think Earl went for almost 48, and I think Bonzi went for almost 40-something.
It's the place where Wells became the MAC's all-time leading scorer. There have been multiple sellouts against Indiana in 2002, Butler in 2001.
We were nationally ranked. You've got a program that had always been a heated rivalry with Butler, and so the place was packed. You had the red and white, you had the blue and white. It was loud, it was packed, it was hot.
Or when Michigan came to town in '95. Performances like Dennis Trammell's 8 threes versus Marshall.
It's my day. It's your day.
Or Cameron Eccles' 22 rebounds against Wright State.
Dominating the board.
Worthen's legacy also tells stories of the best women's players in Ball State history. Bowie, Andrus, Fontaine.
Fontaine breaks the career scoring record at the buzzer.
And the greatest three-point shooter in the 70-year history of the Mid-American Conference.
Just adds an element of home court advantage that some people don't get.
Especially when the Cardinals make deep postseason runs.
Yes, Northern Iowa game. It was electric. Like, the crowd was in it.
Just as they were back in 1995, the NCAA Women's Volleyball first round.
Against Loyola here in Worthen Arena. Randy Litchfield was the coach there, and we beat Loyola that year.
The fact that we got to play here was just exciting, and the atmosphere, you always felt, they weren't right next to you, but you always felt that the crowd was right in it with you.
Cheering on over time, the Cardinals' top 3 career leaders in kills and in digs. They've all called the arena home. On the men's side, there have been 10 All-Americans, Faraz, Telesky, and Worthen also hosted the 1992 Men's Final Four.
Hello everyone, I'm Ken Squire in Muncie, Indiana, ready for the title match between 1989 runner-up Stanford and 3-time champion Pepperdine.
I came down on the floor after the game, after the match was over, and was talking to the players, and one of the Stanford players said, you know, we played volleyball all over the country, and this is the best facility we've ever played in. That was pretty neat.
But there were also monumental wins for the Cardinals. And taking down number 3 Northridge just a couple of years later. But Worthen's existence transcends college athletics, extending to the high school ranks.
It's a perfect place to host the state Final Four because, again, you're going to get a lot of community support.
Just a great opportunity and a great way to showcase this arena and showcase Ball State University.
It's really a great recruiting tool for the university to get all those students from around the state get a chance to get on campus and see this facility.
When we were here back in November for the state tournament, just energized. I looked at, our head coach who also played here, Stephanie Keller, and said, I just want to play. Don't you want to play? Passing that on to our current players in high school and trying to get them to understand the concept of all the history and all the great players that have played here before them. It is really a neat opportunity.
Volleyball legends aren't the only ones that have played here, though. So have great entertainers from the WWE, the Harlem Globetrotters, musical acts from Bryan Adams to 9 Inch Nails.
I saw the Lipperzahner Stallions in here, and I remember that they had to put something down, and it's like a dirt floor on top of this, and there was concern about, I can remember, can the horses actually prance and jump around on the arena floor?
Well, they did. The same floor that hosted Sinbad, too, in a Ball State warm-up, nonetheless.
How y'all doing? I got your sweatsuit, brother. I'm wearing Bill Gillis sweatsuit, so I'm happening now, Jack.
The arena was renamed for John Worthen upon his retirement in 2000, the building constructed during his tenure, and he's still found in his seat almost every night. It's an arena that, just 25 years old, has walls you wish could talk, and sometimes do.
building is a dwelling, but I think it's the people within it that makes it a special place.
I still look around and I see a few people sitting in seats that I think they've had since Worthen opened. And then I look around at other spots and we're missing some people, you know, who you know, are no longer with us because it just burned into my impression of this arena.
I love looking at all of the wraps out on the outside of the concourse and, you know, in this facility, and looking at some of those pictures and just laughing and smiling of some of the great memories.
Anytime I walk into the arena now, man, all those emotions and feelings just come flush back because I can distinctly feel that sense of what it was like to be out there getting ready for a big game.
It stands an icon of the Muncie Sky.
If you went down a list and just started asking students about buildings on campus or places on campus, Worthen would be in their top 3.
There is no better visual than you drive by Worthen Arena and you see that structure there.
That certainly impresses particularly parents, because they think when they see a beautiful campus that we will take care of their kids in the same way we take care of the campus. In fact, it just looks almost like it's new now after 25 years. And it's a great honor to have my name on it.